The names that built this program are legendary. Lewis, Taylor, Reed, Mortis, Kosar, Testaverde. And it is with reverence, respect, and excitement that we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the NC State Wolfpack taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Canes will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the NC State Wolfpack offense is on the field and ready to start the game. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him, I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares too, I swear. When you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death. With his speed, he can take the top off the defense.
And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Miami. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. NC State quick to the line.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And it's so hard to contain this guy with all those options he has and the experience at the quarterback spot. But nice job by the defense limiting the damage. Didn't give up a huge gain.
Firing to the right, complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. Work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
With the catch, it's Rodgers. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on 3rd down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
NC State on the move, set up with another 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's hauled in at the 10. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Hurricane offense will get its first crack at it now. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have lockdown corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the other side.
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback in this game, I am taking a calculated risk if I'm thrown towards one of these two dudes because you're just asking to get picked off.
They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job of handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's past the 30. Open runway ahead. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Snap it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Canes want to move quickly. They'll go with a direct snap. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd is short. They know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Running back searching for a hole. Plows through the defense. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Just ran over it. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Give him 6. Touchdown, Hurricane. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty in being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Caught in the backfield. It's Rodgers. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down distances, 3rd downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel...
Fires and picked off. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Got enough space. Touchdown, Canes. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
You know, the problem with calling option is that you can't limit the hits on your quarterback, and he got absolutely leveled by the defender on that one. Now you got to wonder how many more times this coordinator wants to call that play.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Quick strike complete. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. He'll do it himself. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
Now on the counter. Shakes off the defender. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers.
The freshman able to get home with the sack. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the...
He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Not much there, picks up a couple to the 22.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Hurricanes will hustle to the line. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Makes a grab enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think You see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Anderson wants to throw. Using the quick game. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The Hurricanes have their offense in high gear. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Oh, look out on the right. Sprinting all the way, he'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. Trying to seal the edge on the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Miami. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and gone.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Running backs square their shoulders up. It's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
NC State going up tempo. On the option. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Carr. Makes a move. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it in the receiver position, so if you got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Quickly complete. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Hurricane. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Unloads to the wideout. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball in his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is snowed under.
That is exactly what this defense needed. They have not had a great first half, given up a bunch of touchdowns, but this might get them started.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Grabs it inside the 15. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. They got the explosive play. Now to finish the deal, it's 1st and 10 from the 12. Got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Canes! Ready to try the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in South Florida than you? A captivating start to this one. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. The give to the right. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
They'll give it to him again.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy on the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
On second down, will they go back to the ground game? They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Tackle is made after the first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Gonna run it. It's Fletcher. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
Right back to the well. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll try the run. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Give to the running back. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. With the run on 1st and goal. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Direct snap. Touchdown, Miami! And the punishment has been extended. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. All wideouts, no backs. They'll throw it on first down. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Well, you look at Webster's dictionary and the term game wrecker, a picture of this guy is going to show up. He has been unstoppable in this football game. That's his 2nd sack here today.
Makes the catch. It's Roberts. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Scanning the field, it's Bailey. It's complete on the right side. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the move, it's Carr. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Offense gets set for second down. They go to the ground. Got room at the 35. Just steamrolling the defense. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for space, it's Fletcher. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner and you remain unbeaten. At this point, you've morphed into a championship contender.
Yes, but you don't want to peek too far ahead, Reese. You kind of want to be like, nothing to see here, just move on. We haven't accomplished what we wanted yet. We haven't accomplished what we set out to do. It's week 7. I know you guys got bigger hopes and bigger dreams than just being to week 7 and being undefeated.
And guys, I've been really impressed with this